Hi everyone, this is Chelsea Johnson Heisler with Marshall District Library. And if you are interested in genealogy, then you probably already know that census records are a great place to find information about your family. It'll give you a whole snapshot of a family at a particular time in a particular location altogether. And what you may not know is that the 1950 census records are going to be released on April 1st. So what does that mean for us? Well, so those documents are going to become available, but it's probably still going to take a few weeks, up to a few months for those records to be fully searchable on sites like Ancestry or Family Search. For the 1940 census, it took about 3 months for that to be available. It'll undoubtedly be faster now, but I wanted to show you some ways that you can still use those records even if they're not searchable yet, in case you really want to jump on top of that opportunity. And to do that, we're going to take a look at this site by Stephen Morris at stephenmorris.org. And to really utilize this, you are going to have an idea of where your family would have been located for the 1950 census. And there are a couple different ways that you can do that. So if you know where the family lived in 1940 using the 1940 census, and you have a feeling that they didn't move in between those years, then you have an idea of where to look. You can also look at city directories, and there is a city directory database that's available on Ancestry. And just a reminder that you do have access to Ancestry Library Edition here at the library for free. Also, you can search through newspapers, and we have the Marshall newspapers here to see if maybe the family pops up in the area at that time. But if you know where your family is going to be for the 1950 census, you can use this site to find what's called the Enumeration District. Enumeration maps are available for 1950. They don't have the same embargo period that the actual census records have. So Stephen Morris was able to go ahead and find those Enumeration District maps and create this database so that you can search by location and find out exactly what district you're going to be looking for when those records are available. So to find that, you're going to go under U.S. Census, and then we're going to go all the way down to 1940 and 1950 Enumeration District Maps. And that will take us to this page. So again, put together by Stephen Morris and Joel Weintraub. So if I'm looking for the enumeration districts for here in Marshall, I would go to Michigan and then to Calhoun County. And if I'm looking for within the city of Marshall, I would click that and then click the button. So it's going to give me a couple different options for viewing the same file. I can either use the National Archives Records Administration viewer, or I can go directly to the JPEG, and it gives you a couple advantages and disadvantages of each of those options. So I'm going to look right at the JPEG. And so this is the enumeration district map for the city of Marshall. So I clicked to zoom in. So if I knew what area I was looking for, like say I wanted to find for here on Green Street, I would click, and I could use this to find exactly which enumeration district I would need to look at in the 1950 census. These numbers here are the enumeration district numbers. So I'm going to go back. And if I was looking for, say, one of the townships in the area, I would go to Calhoun County. And again, click on the JPEG. And this will show me the enumeration districts for the entire county. It may take a moment for it to load a bigger file. All right, so I could zoom in. And see, so for Marengo, this is the enumeration district that we would be looking at. And so you could do that for each of the districts to see for each of them, each of the townships, like if we're looking at Lee Township, it would be, it looks like 13-120. And then you could take that number, and once the census is released, you could search by enumeration district without having to actually search by a family name. So that's just a little tip as we get started for the 1950 census. Keep an eye out on our website. I'll be doing some programs coming up once the 1950 census is released. And if you have any questions about ways to get prepared, there's a fabulous YouTube video by Lisa Louise Cook, also on the 1950 census, that's a bit longer and gives a little bit more detail. So make sure to check that out, and we'll drop a link to that in the comments. Yeah. As always, have a great day, and if you have any genealogy questions, feel free to reach out here at Marshall District Library.